Okay, so in this short video, I'm actually going to show you how quickly it is you can create an effective landing page, a capture page, using Landing Page Monkey. Okay, so I'm going to log into my account here. The first thing that you do is you go to Create Page, and it's as simple as you give your landing page a name. So, for example, I'm going to put just for example, LPM2, Landing Page Monkey 2. I want my box position to be in the middle of the page, so I'm just going to leave it there. You've got options of having it in the left or the middle or the right, and as you're going along you can preview exactly what your page is going to look like each step of the way just by clicking on preview. Okay. And so I'm going to have the box background, let's say I'm going to have it maybe, let's go for a nice clear colour. It's slightly off grey. There you go, slightly off grey. And I'm going to preview to see what that looks like. A little bit off. To be honest, I think I might actually go back to the white because it looked pretty awful there, didn't it? So you can preview, as I said, that's the advantage of things. You can preview exactly what they look like. So box animation. Now this is quite an interesting thing. You've got all kinds of choices. You've got bouncy, flashy, elastic band, shake, swinging, wobbly, etc., etc. And chances are, I don't know if you can actually use any of these. They're just there for, for fun's sake. The default obviously is where the box stays by itself, but bouncy, I'll give you a quick preview of bouncy. There you go. I'll give you a quick preview of flashy. There you go. You're not really going to be using these, I don't think. So I'm going to stick with the default none. Page background color. Well, if you want to change it from this, which I think is a very suitable color, I'm going to go for a light blue. Okay. So a nice little sort of light blue color there. And now you can either have an image or a background. Now, as part of your bonuses for Landing Page Monkey, go over to the page. You actually get a whole lot of images that are offered with it as well. I'm not too sure if does it show up on here. Here we go. You actually get these 100 background images, and that's just included as a fantastic bonus. So we're going to go over and have a quick look at some of those. So you'll get these in a zip pack. So once you unzip the zip, then you've got a choice of HD versions or web ready. Differences in size really. So excuse me, I'm going to go with the web ready just because you want your site to load as fast as possible, and you've got a whole load of images here. That's a very suitable image. I might well use that, but you've got a lot of different choices here, all of which are highly usable. So let's going to go for 6, and let's see, background image. Now you'll notice for background image it says you've got to enter this from an URL, so you can't just upload it from your computer. But that's not a problem at all. I've got a couple of images uploaded to my photo bucket, so what I'm going to do is log straight into there and get into my library, and I'm going to choose which one. I'm going to choose this one here, and then I'm going to copy the HTML for that. Actually, and then straight back over to here, and I'm going to paste that into here. I'll show you exactly what that looks like. There you go. So you've got the full size of the image, and then your text goes there. Now you've also got the option, which I'm going to show you, of a background video. Now for the background video you just need an URL, so this can be from YouTube, it can be from Vimeo, it can be from wherever you have the video. So pop over to YouTube, collect your URL, put it in here, and then we'll just have a quick look at the preview. And there you have your video running in the background. Now you may or may not want the sound, so if you don't want the sound, that's easily taken care of. Let me push that to one side, and you've got the option to mute it. So obviously I'm going to have to do a preview of that again. There you go, and the video is silent. So that's another option that you have. I think that's pretty special, considering that there's very few other things where you can actually have a moving video background. So moving onwards, just for the sake of this, I'm going to keep it as just a plain color, I think. So button background color. This is super simple. You've got a choice of changing your background button color, button text color. I'll just show you what that looks like briefly. So there you go, that's your text there. You've got a button text here. And that's that text there. That's the color that's changed there. Okay, and so where you saw step here, click here. You've also got complete options over that. You can change that to enter your email or whatever you want to put on it. And there you go. And then the next you've got submit. Obviously that will be the next page after this. So you click enter and then submit. So that'll change your details there. Okay, so it really is unbelievably simple. Now as it stands, that page goes straight to the submit page, but you can also have this going to a hyperlink as well if you want, so you can put any address. Once you've caught the email, then you can hyperlink it and send them off to anywhere. So for example, I've just put in Google, so enter your best email, that takes you straight off to Google. Okay, so it's a very simple thing there as well. And you've also got the options of having it in a new window if you wanted that as well. You see, so lots of different options for you. Then we come over to page content, and here you've got all kinds of different options. You can choose to have a logo or an URL or both. And aside from the logo image, you've also got an option to embed video. Now I'll go into that in just a moment. This is basically where you can get to change your text. Your headline goes here, this is your sub-headline text, and that's what you're seeing here. Your headline goes here, this is your subline text. So I'll just show you different things that you can do with that. You've got all kinds of different font options. You've got all these choices here, so let's choose just one. Let's try Arm Matter, and let's try bolding that. So first of all, I'll show you what it looks like that. Okay, and then I'll let's put it for something a bit more how to escape the 9 to 5 in 30 days. And then for your subheadline text, you could put something like free video reveals, or whatever it is that you're actually driving your traffic to. secret to $10,000 a month. Okay. And let's have a look what that looks like in preview. There you go. Now I'm just going to play around a little bit with the kind of text that you can have. So I'm going to bold this one, free reveals, bold there, and that shows up just like that. So you've got an awful lot of options really. You can play around with the text as you like there. And so what I'm going to do with the video actually is, if you have, you notice that this is slightly different from the other option where you just put in an URL. Here you've got to paste your iframe into it. Okay, so you go over to here and you go to the share options. Click down. You've got share, embed, or email. Now what you need is this iframe code here. Okay, and you need to copy that, bring it over, put it in here, and you're done. Preview. So you can have whatever video you want there in the center of the thing, and you've also got a choice of either having the text at the bottom or at the top, and you've got that option here, above head, subhead, or below subhead. So you've got lots of options, as I said, all very simply done. This can be done in just 2 seconds flat, really. And so the main text font is what's going to appear on the page once you click on it. But before I do that, I want to draw your attention to, at the moment you're on a very simple setup page. You've got an option here, just a slider, and you slide that over to advanced, and you've got a whole load of other options. For if you think for example, the box is a little bit boring, then you can do a delay on the box. For example, that'll delay when the box appears. It won't appear straight away. So supposing you've got your relaxing video, or you've got your image. I'm not going to put the video back on again. That will it'll be a while before it actually appears, or however many seconds you put it for there. And I'll show you exactly what that looks like. So you see a blank page, then all of a sudden, excuse me about that, you've got it appearing there. Okay, so that was a delay of 3 seconds. So that's one of the options. And out of the boxes, you've got a transparency option and you've got a shadow option. Now you've got a dark shadow or a light shadow. I'm going to take the video off just for the moment here. And let's see, have a look at the box shadow. Okay, let's see dark shadow for this one. I should have taken the delay off. And you can see around the video you've got kind of an elevated effect. I think that looks a lot more attractive than just a plain old box. So you've got that option there, and you've got you can also have a light shadow. I prefer the dark one myself, but you do have that option. And of course I forgot to take off the delay, didn't I? So I think the delay is a good one, but it needs to have its kind of like its place. And you can change the thickness of the borders. You can do all kinds of other different things, mess around with it. Border color, border radius. Now the border radius is just basically what affects the curveness of the edge of the things there. So let's have a look at this one, see what it looks like. Very, very, very slight amount. And so there we go. Then I'll go. Now, as for main text font, I wouldn't really worry about that unless you want to have more text underneath the video. I'll show you where that shows up. And there you go. So I think generally the text that you have there should be enough, but if you did want to put any extra text, then that goes there. Okay, so I'm going to take that one out. That's the wrong one we're on there. So this is how your pages will look like once you've built up a collection of them. And to get back to your page, you just click on the edit button. So it's a useful little roundabout thing there. And what else have we got? So your subline head text there. Now at this point I should mention that it's really important at regular intervals to click on the save option. As you can see here, this is actually all this part here that I was just demonstrating that didn't get saved. It's no big deal, but you don't really want to be creating something and then have it not saved. So that's a good thing to remember, okay? So these others, aside from that, this refers to the page that you're directing them to. So before that though, because at the moment it looks a bit pointless going to there, if we preview it, you see, so you need a place for that you can actually collect the email. So that comes down to integrating your autoresponder. Now you've got a choice of autoresponders. You can use either Aweber, MailChimp, GetResponse. Honestly, actually, it works just perfectly fine with the custom one. So I'm just going to go straight into log into my GetResponse account. And setting up a web form is a very simple, straightforward process. And I'll just guide you through that really quickly. So web form, create new, and think of what you're going to call your web form. First of all, you've got you choose your campaign. Now for this, I'm actually going to use a create a campaign. So I'm going to call it actually LP3. Just keep it regular. Landing page monkey 3. And that's going to be the name of my campaign. Oh, it's not enough characters. Landing page test. There you go. Maybe it won't allow space. No. Okay, so I see what I did wrong. It's in uppercase, so it only allows lowercase letters. So there you go. Put it into lowercase. Create my campaign. Okay. And now I'll go over to my create new for my web form. This is as simple as can be, checking that I'm in the right campaign, LPM3. Now what you need to do is, as you're not going to be using this web form, just knock out the header, knock out the footer, knock out that and that, because literally all you need is this box, and you're not actually going to do anything with that box. So we're going to go straight on to the next step. And what we want from the next step here is we just want the web form. So you can have it at the default thank you page. You can direct them off to another page, but I'm just going to go straight over to here. What you want is the HTML code. Do not use the JavaScript code. You want the HTML code, and you need to copy this. Copy and so go back over to landing page monkey. You'll notice actually it says anyway, and in the mouse over, do not use the JavaScript version. So I've got my HTML, I put that in there and save. And this is what your landing page details will look like. That's the name of the campaign, that's the copy link, that's the link you're going to be using to promote it. So there, that's your copy pixel if you're going to be using a tracking pixel. And okay, so simple as that. And so just to test out that it works, I'm going to open up a separate browser here, and I'm going to put it in. And that's my capture page there. Then click here, enter your best email, and the fields that you have, name and email address, as you saw back here. Those are what appear there, okay? Name, email address. So you can change whatever you want. Supposing you want to, you know, You're not really going to want to change name and email address, but you might just want to put email, for example. Okay, and so instead it'll just show email. It won't show email address. Okay, so simple as that, and that really is all there is to it. Then your capture page is off to the races and it's running, and you've basically got your capture page all done. And as I say, that's the link to promote it, which we saw there. And that's basically it. So I hope you got value out of this. I hope you found it useful, and talk to you in the next one.